Hi, my name is Eric Wilson. I'm a 30-year independent licensed mechanic. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee so you can make yourself an informed decision on whether this is for you or not. Now, coming in on the front right tire, you've got about 70% tread on aggressive snow tires, so definitely lots of tread and good for the winter. Now, on the right lower ball joint, this is critical. It holds the right wheel to the steering, like one of the two parts that hold the wheel to the suspension. That is one, it's tight. This is the right outer tie rod. This is the most important part because it's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering, and it is tight. This is the right outer CV boot. Now, it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you see grease all over the place. Important not to be because it keeps it lubricated. Now, the right inner CV boot is there, and it is dry as well, and that's important because it's full of grease, or you see grease all over the place. This is the right sway bar link connected from here up to there. Important to be connected because it dampens the sway when you go around the corner, part of the suspension. Now, on your brakes, you've got about on your front brakes, you get about 20,000 K left in your front brakes, so definitely lots of K left on that. Now, look, okay, now on the bottom of the motor, okay, I'm looking for any signs of leaks right now. This is the bottom of the transfer case here, and looking pretty clean, other than water. I'm not seeing any indication of oil leaks. This is the bottom of the oil pan there. If it was going to be leaking, you'd see it all around in here, good and dry. This is the bottom of the transmission here. Again, and again, see for yourself, good and dry. So leak-wise, I'm not seeing any indications of problems. On the right front tire, about 80% tread. Pardon me, the left front tire, about 80% tread on aggressive snow tires. About 20,000 K left on your brakes, so the brakes are down a bit, but definitely not out. On your left outer CV boot, good and dry. Left lower ball joint is tight, intact. The left inner CV boot, see for yourself, good and dry. Now, another thing is that behind that, you see how dry it is behind there? Because that's where a leak point is. If it was going to leak, it would leak right there from the left CV axle. This is your left sway bar link, connected and tight and doing its job. The left lower ball joint is intact and doing its job. The left sway bar link connected from here to here. So brake-wise, leak-wise, suspension-wise, I am not seeing anything of any concern. Now, this is the bottom of the transfer case that goes to the back, and again, another leak place would be right along here. You'd see it here in good and dry. Another leak point would be right here where the drive shaft comes out, and see for yourself, good and dry. Your exhaust, all intact, not even surface rust, which is always a good sign. Yeah, exhaust very clean. Now, coming across to the right rear tire, about 80% tread on aggressive snow tires, lots of tread. This is your right rear, sorry, right rear tire, about 80% tread. This is your right rear shock. Now, these shocks are full of oil, and if it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down here, good and dry. The right sway bar link, right rear sway bar link connected from here to here, intact, doing its job. Your the control joints right here, your control points right here, tight, intact, doing its job. Your right rear spring suspension intact, no issues with that. The right outer CV boot, see for yourself, good and dry. Right inner CV boot, good and dry. More importantly, behind here, this is a leak point. If it was going to leak, you see it right here, bone dry. In fact, bottom of the diff here, bone dry, so no issues with drips on the driveway. Oh yeah. On your left rear tire, about 80% aggressive snow tires. Your left rear shock, bone dry. Your left rear outer CV boot, good and dry. Your left inner CV boot, good and dry. More importantly, bone dry right there. Your left sway bar link connected from here to here, and your left rear suspension intact and very clean. So far I'm not seeing anything of any indication of problems. Okay, 185K, definitely not high K. No indication of check engine lights that I can see. No cracked windshield, dash looking clean. Now I'm going to take you out and show you the condition of the motor. Okay, with the motor running. Shot of the exhaust with the motor running. Very, very clean. That little drip there, that is water. Every car produces water. Now, one of the things the first thing you should do in every car, what you're looking at, just for your own information, is first thing you do is take off the oil cap, take a look underneath, and look for an indication of any kind of white goo. If you see any kind of white goo, walk away, because that would be an indication of a blown head gasket and a big problem. I am not seeing any indication of that in this. In fact, I'm not hearing any indication of any problem on this car. As far as I can tell, it's been well maintained. Definitely not high K. Yeah, so my estimation on this truck, on this vehicle is very positive. I don't see anything immediate or in the foreseeable future that you're going to have to deal with. Now, if you buy the vehicle, you want to contact me at safewitheric.ca, because I'm going to give you the 3 for free. The 3 for free is, number one, is a 10% fuel saving device that I have used for 30 years, never fails with gasoline, with diesel fuel. In fact, you can put it on your house and save 10% of your natural gas. Believe it or not, it works and it never stops working. That is free. Number two, I'm going to give you a cat theft protection system, which I'm going to stop people from stealing your cat, because it happens all too often and it's going to cost you a lot of money. I'm going to stop that from happening. And number three, I'm going to give you a theft protection system that is going to make this car unable to steal. Because sad fact is, I can buy a scanner on Amazon, and about a $1,500 scanner, and I can steal your car with that scanner. And I've seen it happen. We watched it happen on a video. So that being said, I'm going to put an anti-theft protection system in your car that will make it impossible to steal. And those 3 things are the 3 for free. Yours for free. Contact me if you buy. Have a great one.